Today I'm exposing why beginners lose. No fluff, no feel-good cliches, just truth backed by actual data from regulators, brokers, and behavioral finance research. If you're thinking about trading, watch this before you blow your account to zero. 1. The overconfidence trap. The first nail in most beginners' coffins is overconfidence. Behavioral finance research from places like Barber and Odin shows retail traders consistently overestimate their skill and underestimate risk. Real regulators report the same pattern across major retail forex/CFD brokers. Disclosures required by law show most of retail traders lose money over time, but almost every beginner believes they'll be the exception. You get one early win, dopamine smacks your brain, and suddenly you think you figured out the market. You did not. The market just hasn't slapped you yet. 2. Zero risk management. Most beginners don't trade, they gamble with charts open. Here's the factual reality. Regulated CFD/Forex brokers must disclose client profitability. Those numbers repeatedly show massive losses, and the biggest driver is poor risk management, not entries. Beginners let losers run, cut winners short, and size positions emotionally instead of mathematically. Professionals? They survive by controlling loss size, not predicting the market. Beginners hope, losers turn around. Hope isn't a strategy, it's a slow motion account funeral. 3. They copy without understanding. Most beginners aren't analyzing anything. They're parroting TikTok callouts, Discord signals, or, for goodness sake, Reddit strategies from anonymous strangers. Here's the documented problem. Behavioral research shows that following others blindly leads to slower reactions, worse entries, and panic exits because you don't understand the thesis, the risk, or the invalidation. If you don't know why the trade exists, when you're wrong, how much you're risking, what time frame the setup belongs to, you're not trading, you're shadowing someone who's probably losing too. 4. They trade too often. Real broker data shows retail traders trade far more frequently than professional money managers. And this is a fact straight from academic research. High trading frequency equals lower returns. Let me repeat that. Higher trading frequency equals lower returns. Why? More trades equals more mistakes, more emotion, more randomness. Here's something wild but true. You can be right less than half the time and still make money with healthy risk to reward. But you can be right a lot and still go broke if you overtrade and size like a maniac. The market punishes impulsiveness mercilessly. 5. No patience, no strategy. Beginners want to get rich in 3 weeks. Professionals get rich off boring repetition. Consistently profitable traders, from prop firms to long-term discretionary traders, have one thing in common. They trade fewer setups but execute them better. Beginners do the opposite. They chase every shiny indicator, every pattern, every smart money concept, every moving average crossover video on YouTube. More indicators does not always equal more clarity. Usually it's just more noise. The market isn't a treasure hunt, it's a probability engine, and most beginners refuse to treat it like math. 6. Emotional meltdown mode. You don't lose because you're dumb. You lose because you're human. Behavioral research is crystal clear. Fear, greed, fear of missing out, loss aversion, and revenge trading wreck retail returns more than bad strategies ever do. After a big loss, beginners tend to trade faster, trade bigger, try to win it back. This is textbook revenge trading, a known psychological trap. Professionals, they do the opposite. They reduce size after a loss and protect themselves from emotional tilt. 7. No long-term plan. Most beginners don't even know what they are. Day trader, swing trader, option scalper, momentum, value. If you don't know your identity, you cannot build a system. A real system requires what you trade, when you trade it, why the setup works, how you size, when you stop trading. Beginners have none of this. They just quote-unquote see a setup, and that's exactly why they get smoked. The truth, if you're a beginner, your biggest edge isn't intelligence or indicators. It's humility. Learn, test, track, improve. The market doesn't care about your dreams, but it rewards discipline with brutal consistency. If you want a follow-up video on building a real data-backed profitable strategy, drop strategy in the comments and make sure you subscribe for more content. Stay sharp, trade smart, stay disciplined, or don't trade at all. See you later.